just wanted to pop in really quick and share some thoughts on carbs and breadings and what kind I choose to use sometimes. All right, I'm on the purple plan. So the purple plan means that I get a lot of whole grain carbs that are actually zero, and I wanted to show you what my choices are, usually my go-tos and what I really love to base my meals around. First thing in the morning, I usually have oats. Almost always I'll have oats for breakfast, and those are a big zero for breakfast, and it just depends on how I gussy them up, how many more points I'm going to be adding. Once in a while I will take a base of Fiber One bran cereal, which is a whole grain, but it is not zero. It's 2 points for half a cup or 3 points for a full cup. And one of the things about whole grains like this that you do need to remember is that usually when it's processed like this one is, then it's going to be points. It is processed, with the exception of pasta, because pasta, I've got brown rice pasta over here. 2 ounces is coming up as 0 points for the whole grain pasta. So that's kind of a nice little bonus right there. Once in a while, I don't have corn tortillas very often. If I can find the ones that are just like the Trader Joe's with just lime and water and corn, those are the best ones, but sometimes I get the cheaper ones because I get more in them. And these are 2 for 1. So these ones are not probably my first choice, but once in a while I'll have those. So it'll be like 4 points for 2 of those at dinner. I just found these ones today, and I'm going to give these a shot. I usually like to pick up a whole grain tortilla if I'm not making my own from sweet potatoes and whole wheat flour. And so these have actually pea protein added to these. And so each one is 7 grams of protein, which I thought was really interesting. I'm going to give them a go. I can use the Olay wraps, but my husband doesn't like the texture of them, so I try other ones. One of my favorites is the Joseph's Lavash bread. And the reason why is because they are so huge, I can make a really big wrap, and the whole thing is 2 points for a whole one, or a half, which is still pretty good size for 1 point. But I like the luxury of having a whole one once in a while. Okay, and so those are great. I do try to prep early in the week. I have baked sweet potatoes for 0 points. And I also have baked russets for 0 points. And sometimes I'll use these for lunch. I'll chop these up, heat them up, and use them as a base for a bowl. And on top of that, I'll just put like chicken breast, broccoli, whatever I want on top of that, gussy it up. Sometimes with the baked potato, I'll take that and cut it up and then stuff that with some, fat-free 0 point beans or chili beans and broccoli and maybe a little cheese on top or something, and just gussy it up however I want to. And that's real creative. And the basis of that is 0, and that is my carb. I have been using this bread lately for the kids. My family seems to like it. It's a sprouted wheat old-fashioned from Walmart. And so they like this because it's a little softer than the other one that you can get that's sprouted wheat. I forget what kind it is. It's the Ezekiel bread, which I really love, but it's too hard for my family. So this one is actually a little bit more. It's 3 points for each slice. But, I don't have it very often, so maybe an open-faced sandwich with that once in a while, or really just take the hit and use 2. So that's what we use. So bread, it's kind of hard because I don't always want to take that hit. Brown rice, love it. This is my favorite brown rice. It's a medium grain, so it's a little bit chewier, a little nuttier, and it kind of tastes like the fancy short grain rice, but you still get the benefit of the brown. It does really well when I make a Spanish rice. It does excellent in a stir fry. This is really wonderful, and I love that it is 0 points. Quinoa, I really love that lately, and that works really well in a bowl as well. This is 0 points for a 1/4 cup dry, and I thought this was going to be points because it also adds in white quinoa as well, instead of just red, but it is coming up as 0 points, so that is a big bonus. We talked about the pasta. Another thing is hash browns. Hash browns are a really good base, and what I do is maybe add some peppers, onto that, and then maybe some, ground beef or chicken or something like that. I end up making a really, really neat dish, but the base is a shredded hash browns. These ones are from Walmart. They're great value, and they do not have oil added. So that's the key, and they are 0 points. So those are just some options if you're on the purple plan and you really want to keep it low. These are some of the choices that I use. I don't know if that helps anybody else, but. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.